10th on TSN.
Sandi Anderson, the defending champion from Winnipeg, Manitoba, against Penny Hepfner from Medicine Hat, Alberta. This opening semifinal, the loser to take home $2,000. And Anderson with a strike in the first and a 15 count in the second for 40. Wow, there you go. Really thin, but they skated across.
Again, when you're throwing the ball well and you got good rotation and in a good location, you'll break it up. You'll carry some of these light hits. See, the ball just starts to back up a little bit towards the head pin, and that's enough to drive the 5-pin over towards the right corner.
Oh, got a break as she was able to get that left corner.
Big break there. Went from a potential head pin to a head pin split to now a sparable chop off. Look out.
So early opportunities being handed back and forth here. First Anderson with her open in 2, and now an open for Hepfner in the third.
She was consistent. Both balls in exactly the same spot, shooting for that chop off. And those chop offs can sometimes be a real nemesis. You're used to shooting right corner, so it's about making that little adjustment to make sure you cover up the 3-pin as well. Back on the side. Just a little bit thick. Leaves a right corner pin. And right on it.
For the spare in the fourth. And now Sandi Anderson, who bowled a wonderful 355 in one of her preliminaries, steps up here in 4 with a strike in the third.
Pretty consistent throughout those two. She had 6 strikes in the first game for a 264, 7 strikes for a 355. Not the number of strikes that were different. It's where she put them together. In that 355, she had 4 in a row at one point, and then 3 in a row in another point, and that's what adds up to the big scores. On the inside, good spare.
So there's just the 1-point difference. 70-69 through 3, and both bowlers have spares up in 4.
So both those open frames are really no advantage either way. Wow, right on the nose and broke it up. This replay, just right over the third arrow, little backup. Look at that 3-pin skate across the pin deck.
Looked like Dancing with the Stars.
Not nearly as well dressed.
No, not quite. But after that open now in the seconds, Anderson has come back with 3 marks, a strike and 2 spares. Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's
She's not getting it on the side like we saw in those first 2 matches. Chop off, right, and a head pin. Just not quite there. Here's where a minor adjustment's called for. She's just got to get the ball to the side of the head pin. punch, punch. 11 count.
So no consistency yet in the game of Penny Hepfner here in this semifinal. 12, a spare, and 11. She sits at an even 100 through 5.
That slipped away. I thought that was going to come back towards the pocket, and it didn't move at all. So she may have made a little adjustment there, and it may have been too much. Got the ball away from the head pin.
Penny is a service clerk for the Real Canadian Superstore. Makes her home in Medicine Hat.
And there's the huge correction, or huge error both ways. Miss left, miss right. Second open frame in a row for her.
No, that's a big miss, leaving the head pin. That's a 10 count of 110. And now a great opportunity for Sandi Anderson.
And through 6 frames, you know, a couple of head pins in here that have really hurt Penny, but she's also left 12 pins on the deck. So again, short single game match. Really,
oh dear! Wow,
can't afford to do that.
No, this is her chance. The defending champion had a great opportunity here with a strike to build up a little bit more pin count.
But Sandi's been deadly on picking up the wood. So far, 5 frames, and through this one, hasn't left a thing on the pin deck. Second head pin of the match, both of them coming on the right-hand lane.
You're right. Has left nothing. There are 2 opens. In 2 and 6, she's gotten all the pins, and so it's 133, 110 as we go to the 7th. Off balance.
Oh, little stick at the foul line there. Well, almost a slip. She had to put her other foot down to help keep her balance. That's what pushed the ball off right side. Same as Penny. Miss left, miss right. Open frame.
I know it's going to sound very simple, but why? I mean, we watch other athletes in sports such as this. You just wonder, where can it go from moment to moment? Why would she suddenly be guessing? And she picks up the 15, a second open frame.
Sometimes it can be as simple as you make a mistake, honest mistake, put the ball down in the wrong place, but then you're guessing, you know, what happened? Why did I do that? So then you make an adjustment where one wasn't needed. You know, the ball's not doing anything different. It's you made a mistake. Don't change a thing. Just throw it in the right spot.
There she gets back on track, and that's a big strike considering the open frame by Sandi Anderson.
Even Penny there, a little bit of a slip at the foul line. Left-hand pocket. Bowling ball took out the left corner pin. Chance for Penny. Double here, and she's in the lead.
Little off balance.
Wow. Both girls having trouble with the approaches at this point. Wow.
Really close.
She slid so much she almost went over the foul line.
spare. And now Sandi Anderson, our defending champion, will try to work her way back into it. You can see there's an 8-point difference through 7, but Penny has the spare up in 8.
On the side, there's the good ball from Sandi Anderson. That's her first strike of this match since the 3rd frame. A lot more solid at the foul line that time, no slip. Ball went right where she threw it, backed up into the pocket. On the other side, big double. Huge 9th and 10th frames here for Penny Hepfner. She can finish with a possible 260. Great first ball that time, Vic.
Boy, you know what? Her heel came up a little bit as if she was maybe sticking just a little bit, but great follow through.
Yeah, she's not really all that solid at the foul line in this game. That's better.
Oh, gosh.
Not as much movement that time in her slide.
But great action on the pins to watch them go to the right.
Great solid finish position. Little hop there at the end, but
got to come back, and it won't.
Push that one way right. Well, keep the spare. Penny has a look at the scoreboard. Spare here will give her 233.
Nope. She'll finish with a 226. And so Sandi Anderson now, as she steps up in 10, has 2 strikes. So she has some momentum going. A little bit of pin count.
She needs 78 pins in these last frame. And she's already got 45 with the 2 strikes. That'll do it.
Oh boy, look at that.
Head pin in the 10th frame on a double just cost Sandi Anderson this match.
The
chance at defending.
223 is the best she can do.
Had to hit it on the side.
Wow. Yeah. So Sandi Anderson, our defending champion, who bowled a 355 in her preliminary, is going to go out here. And we talked about head pins. And a head pin comes back to bite her as Penny Hepfner, who really struggled through the middle frames, manages to put enough together to bowl a 226 and win by 3. Sandi Anderson will win $2,000. Penny Hepfner will play for the $10,000.